We are gathered here today to sip some tea, honey, so make sure you guys have your teacups ready because this tea is what? Piping hot. Hey, you guys, it's your girl T, and I hope everybody's doing good today. Make sure you guys have your teacups ready.
Get ready. Y'all get ready.
Yes, you get ready.
Because this tea is what? Piping hot. All right, y'all. So I want to come on here and talk about the whole Stacy Dash situation. I see a lot of great dialogue going on Twitter. We had posted an article on Lovelyti.com. Basically, Stacy Dash wrote an open letter calling out Oprah, Meryl Streep, Harvey Weinstein, and she also clapped back at Seal for coming at her and saying that she lived in the sunken place. Now, if you guys remember, I've been covering this story about Seal and all that drama. So after Seal posted a meme on his Instagram suggesting that Oprah purposely turned a blind eye to Harvey Weinstein's sexual depravity, Stacy Dash, she also echoed those same sentiments. However, Seal didn't support her, and he went in on Stacy and said, "Don't try to use me as a pawn against Oprah or any of your political games. Not retweet or requote anything I said in order to reinforce your self-hating agenda. You live in the sunken place."
And in any of your political games. And Stacy Dash, keep my name out of your mouth. Do not retweet, requote anything I have said in order to reinforce your self-hating agenda. You live in the sunken place. Again, this was not an attack against Oprah.
He was so mad at Stacy. I'm like, you're mad at Stacy as if she's out here molesting people. Like, what the hell, Seal? Now, when Seal went in on Stacy Dash, I really didn't address it in the video, but I did address it in the comments. And I basically, I thought that was really odd that he would go in on her. And I felt like that was a deflection. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and throw her under the bus because, most people, especially black folks, don't really care for Stacy Dash. So let me throw her under the bus and say that she's in the sunken place. So that way that would take some of the heat off of me for going in on Oprah. And Stacy Dash didn't do anything to Seal. She basically agreed with Seal and just echoed his sentiments like everybody else did on social media, like tons of white men did, on Fox News and on other news outlets on CNN. So why he was only mad at Stacy Dash to me didn't really make any sense. But when I tell you, honey, Stacy Dash came back, okay? Now, y'all know me. There's been times I've called out Stacy Dash for her foolishness. Y'all know me. I'm going to always be unbiased and I'm going to always keep it real. Now, if somebody's doing something stupid and unbecoming, I will call that out, and I've called Stacy Dash out many times. But when somebody is saying something that I agree with, I will also give them props, okay? You have to be able to be open to listening to everybody. Now, I know a lot of y'all on Twitter, when we posted the story, a lot of y'all just wrote her off and said she needs to have a tall glass to shut the fuck up, and, Stacy Dash is an idiot. But very few of y'all, besides like literally a few people, actually took time to read what Stacy Dash had to say. And to those who took time out to read what Stacy Dash had to say and really understood what she had to say, for those like Common Man 80 and a few other people who actually took time out to read what Stacy Dash had to say, I give y'all props for that. A lot of y'all just saw the name Stacy Dash and wanted to argue and write her off. But how many of y'all really took time out to read the article that we not only posted on the site, but that we also linked to the full article as well? I read the entire thing and I agree with Stacy Dash 100%. She literally equated Hollywood to high school. And in that, I definitely agree with her. I'm going to read to you guys just a small piece of what she said. You guys can read the entire article. I'm not going to read the whole thing. My name is not Mother Goose, honey, okay? So this is what she says here. She says, "I won't walk back what I believe. Oprah, the homecoming queen, prom queen, and the class president knew. Meryl Streep, the high school drama star, knew. Most of those women wearing black knew. The class clown, Steph MacFarlane, knew. He joked about it a few years ago on the Oscar stage, which is the equivalent of Hollywood's prom." Then she goes on to say, "You know how I can say this? Because I knew." So how am I clueless again? I knew enough when meeting Harvey Weinstein to bring a male chaperone, and it paid off as he did want to make a move on me. My chaperone blocked him and said, "Not this one. You can read all about it here. My chaperone knew." Then she goes on to say, as many of my critics like to point out, aside from Clueless, I'm a nobody. So how did this nobody know about Harvey Weinstein and the popular, powerful mogul Oprah Winfrey did not? How did the Oscar-laden Iron Lady Meryl Streep not know? Hollywood is one big, dark John Hughes movie. Most of us sit with the regular kids. Some are outsiders. However, the cool kids sit at the cool kids' lunch table and they all talk. I advise all of y'all to go and read what Stacy Dash had to write. And she went in. She went in on not only, black women like Oprah. She went in on the white folks. She went in on Meryl Streep. She went in on, Steph MacFarlane. She went in on a lot of people. And she even said that this is like some type of agenda that's being pushed. And it's to wage war on a lot of men. And they're sitting here throwing in good men. And they're throwing them in as accusers as if all these men are Harvey Weinstein. This type of behavior happens everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It happens at school. It happens at the regular job. It happens at the, regular 9 to 5, blue collar workers, white collar workers. This is just not a Hollywood thing. Her article, I really, really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed reading it. I really enjoyed her inside, point of view, especially being that she was a part of that Hollywood machine at one point in time. Like I told y'all from day one, all of these people knew. I've been saying this for months now. And I would have really respected Seal more had he stood his ground and said, you know what? Yeah, I put that meme up. I knew what I was doing. I retweeted that meme. Oprah and Harvey Weinstein were in the picture. He knew what he was insinuating, but he tried to deflect and he tried to shift the blame on Stacy Dash, which was not cool. Stand by what you mean and mean what you say. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day, even with all his backtracking, look what he's going through now. All of a sudden, some chick that nobody's ever heard of, some, washed up actress is now saying, me too against Seal, and she went and filed police charges. You mean to tell me that just so-called happened just out the blue after he, blasted Oprah and Harvey Weinstein? I definitely believe that, certain people had the power to, make that woman come out of the woodwork and go file those charges. Who's to say if it's even true? But the fact that those charges came out so soon, not even 2 days after the whole hoopla, of him trying to blast Oprah and Harvey Weinstein, the whole situation is just crazy. But I respect Stacy Dash for standing her ground and for stating how she really feels. A lot of people knew what was going on. A lot of people are now only speaking out because they're not part of the cool kids club no more. Rose McGowan, you know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of her fans hate me, and I don't give a fuck. I keep telling y'all, don't watch my shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't like Rose McGowan. You guys will not shame me into liking her because she's a woman. I don't care. She's an opportunist. You know what I'm saying? She's been saying the same shit for years, but then it came out she was getting money. And the only reason why she came out with her story, to the point where she told everything, including the rape, was after Harvey Weinstein refused to give her $6 million. That's initially what she was asking for, to shut up. And when he said, nope, we'll give you $1 million, she said that's not enough. And then she went and told it all. So I don't respect that. People who are true victims, you know what I'm saying? They go straight to the police. They let it be known. And most of all, they don't take hush money. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that these women were more upset on Twitter that they didn't get an invite to the Golden Globe. I showed you guys those tweets and how they were going back and forth, and how Corey Feldman and a few other people were upset that they didn't get an invite. It just makes me feel like, it's not really so much about the Me Too movement. They have literally just destroyed this movement and just turned into a joke. It's more about these people thinking, oh, well, if I tell everything, they'll be forced to, let me back into Hollywood, and they'll be forced to allow me to sit at the cool kids table. What they're finding out is, no, Hollywood still don't give a fuck about your washed up ass. You know what I'm saying? And now they're going to take over the movement and do them with it. Again, before anybody gets upset or in their feelings, I'm not talking about people who have truly been victimized. I'm not talking about people who really fall under the Me Too hashtag. We're talking about the people who are using this hashtag, potential witch hunt, people who are just making up false narratives, people who are using the Me Too hashtag as revenge. You have a lot of those stories out there too, so we have to be honest. At this point in time, unfortunately, the whole Me Too movement has literally just, gone to hell in a handbasket, like I stated in yesterday's video. And the poor woman, Tarana Buke, who created this, she created this for low-income women. She's literally been working with victims of sexual abuse and assault and everything else since 1997, and her movement was to help poor and underprivileged women have their own voices to speak. And Hollywood has literally taken this entire Me Too movement and they just turned it upside down. to the point, like I said yesterday with the whole Anzi situation, it's just turned a lot of people off now. And so what's happening now is that you have a lot of real victims being placed in the same bucket as these fake victims who are just trying to, you know, go viral, get attention. So the whole situation is really, really a slippery slope. And I think that we have to be honest as adults and address all of it. You know what I'm saying? Have respect for the real victims and for the women who are brave enough to tell their story. But then when we hear bullshit, we have to call it out, just like Ashley Banfield called it out yesterday on CNN. We had to be honest. So like I said, if you want to read Stacy Dash's letter, I will put the link in the comments section. You guys can click the link and go read it. But I thought her letter was pretty well put together. Does that mean, you know, she can come back and sit at this table with the black folks? I don't know. But I will give her props when props are due. And she said a lot of good things in that letter. And she held a lot of people accountable. Because people forget, you know, things like SAG and SAG-AFTRA. If you're in SAG like I am, and like Common Man 80 and, you know, lots of other people, there's a phone number that you can call. SAG is always preaching about, you know, telling on people, and you can remain anonymous, you know, let folks know what's going on. So the same thing could have happened in this situation as well, because honestly, you know, Harvey Weinstein only had but so much power. Yes, he's a producer. Yes, he's a big name, but he's only as powerful as the people in his films. So if these A-list starlets, you know, decided not to do any more Harvey Weinstein films, they could have took him down a long time ago. But again, they weren't interested in that. They were interested in the accolades, the money, the fame, and everything else. So that's why I just give the Hollywood version of Me Too the side eye. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that like button. And make sure you click that bell so you can be down with the notification squad, honey. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right. Deuces. Hey you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit Lovelyti.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.